one of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did it, AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the first. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I said I am the first. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the first. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I said I am the first. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the first. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the first. I'm the first. Next level. I'm coming for everything.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night match.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Yellow offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, get it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this, wave till they see.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Tonight, we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Cook again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They run again on first down. Cook, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he's going to take this close to the first down markers. He stopped at the Eagles' 30. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack there by Brandon Graham coming in and bringing him down to the ground. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Our game here, the Vikings and Eagles, the 2nd of 2 on this Monday night. The Titans and Bills kicked off a little over an hour ago up in Buffalo. And this, our only Monday night doubleheader of the season, but rumor is might have a few more for 2023. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Touchdown, Vikings! As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Hurts throw taken in by Pascal. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And you get a look at the final readout on air distance, according to Next Gen Stats. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On the move past the 40. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now Cook running right. They find some open field here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Joseph connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game. And now it brings up 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, Hurts. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 32 that time. But one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. First catch for the Eagles' leading receiver from a year ago. It's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Come on. Hey.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Throwing is Hurts. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They go play action with Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Past the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 65 yards. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Joseph is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Hurts sets up to throw it. Quick slant to Brown. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Sanders. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
3rd and long for Cousins. They quickly to Thielen here. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Running for it, here's Cook. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Hurts. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
Warriors 17.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
60 back.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
From the 27, Cousins. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first. To throw is Cousins. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brandon Graham, his 2nd sack of the night.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins now.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, complete, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And connecting quickly with Goddard. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 94 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try the middle with Cook. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And complete. Right side to Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Brandon Graham in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. On 3rd down, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. Joseph's got it. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary 1st step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Hurts throw to take it in as he's able to find Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 2nd and 5 now. Hurts, and this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Seems like a perpetual search for productive receivers for Philadelphia, but they think that Quez Watkins might be a keeper after his 2021. Earned a starting spot for much of the season and put up over 600 yards while averaging 15 per catch. They're giving the former 6th-rounder another opportunity and seeing if those numbers will keep growing.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Come on. 18.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hurts. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions in what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores, so, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Cousins to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
Scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though.